Russia on Wednesday, or on Friday, yes. Russia on Friday warned against a military intervention in Niger, a day after West African leaders said they would muster a standby force in their efforts to return the presidents toppled by a coup. We believe that a military solution to the crisis in Niger could lead to a protracted confrontation in that African country and to a sharp destabilization on the situation in the Sahara Sahel region as a whole, the Russian Foreign Ministry said in a report by Global News Agency. Record West African leaders approved the deployment of a standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger, an intervention that will take place as soon as possible, Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara said on Thursday. The Ecowas regional bloc did not provide details on the force to be deployed or the timetable for action against the military officers who seized control of Niger 2 weeks ago, deposing Mohamed Bazoum as president. But on his return to Abidjan from the emergency summit in Nigeria's capital Abuja, Ouattara said the chiefs of staff will have other conferences to finalize things, but they have the agreement of the Conference of Heads of State for the operations to start as soon as possible. Ivory Coast would provide a battalion of 850 to 1,100 men alongside soldiers from Nigeria and Benin and other countries who joined them, Ouattara said. He said, "We are determined to restore President Bazoum to his functions." Earlier in Abuja, ECOWAS Commission President Omar Touare had announced the deployment of the bloc's force. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken called for a non-violent solution to reverse the coup, praising the determination of ECOWAS to explore all options for the peaceful resolution of the crisis. In a statement on Thursday, the bloc was playing a key role in making clear the imperative of a return to constitutional order, and we very much support ECOWAS leadership and work on this, he told reporters earlier on Thursday. Former colonial power France gave its full support to all the conclusions ECOWAS reached, the foreign ministry said. But even as the summit took place, Niger's new military rulers moved to consolidate their positions and signaled further defiance by appointing a new government. A 21-member cabinet will be headed by Prime Minister Ali Mahamad Lamin Zein, a civilian, with generals from the new military governing council leading the defense and interior ministries. The coup leaders have already defied the Sunday deadline set by ECOWAS a week earlier to reinstate Bazoum, detained since July 26, or face military possible intervention. In Abuja, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, who chaired the crisis meeting, said all is not lost yet for a peaceful solution as a roadmap to restore democracy and stability. But he added, no option is taken off the table, including the use of force as a last resort. Before the closed door talks, Tinubu had insisted that we prioritize diplomatic negotiations and dialogue as bedrock of our approach. The 15-nation bloc is struggling to stem military takeovers that have now swept through 4 of its members in 3 years, potentially eroding fresh instability in a region struggling for years against jihadist insurgency. Before the meeting, Tinubu acknowledged that the 7-day ultimatum we issued during the first summit has not yielded any desired outcome. An attempt this week to send a joint team of ECOWAS, UN and African Union representatives to Niger's capital Niamey was rejected by the coup leaders. We must engage all parties involved, including the coup leaders, in earnest discussions to convince them to relinquish power and reinstate President Bazoum, Tinubu said. Okay. Hope US and France will send their soldiers, cause up till now, Western world are still seeing us as fools that they can manipulate at any time. Mm. So Russia rulership suits you, right? That is a better slavery. It will be nice you jackpot to Russia. The devil you know is better than the angel you didn't even know. So allow Russia to take over and development will follow. France has been there for over 100 years and nothing to show for it. Right? Involving Russia is not needed, but we need backup to break away from evil oppressors. But good agreements should be made with Russia, not foolish agreement that we keep hunting our continent. Exactly. Everybody open your eyes now, not to go and enter from fry pan to fire. From fry pan to fire. I quite understand you, even you, though your statement placement is wrong. The devil they know, or you know, is France, not Russia. Russia in your illustration is the angel they don't even know, but now wanting to align with. But I agree with change and pray it will be better, because they all have agenda and interest they want to rule upon. God help us all in Africa by freeing us from oppression. That's it.